Hey, welcome back, Rankers. I'm back from the internet conference in Queensland, now known as Retail Global. So if you are going to the Vegas conference, I will see you there. We will be there. It was heaps of fun. Learned heaps again. I didn't get to see many people speak, but just the people that you actually network with on the floor. Awesome content there. And some great tips. And thank you to everybody who came up and said hello. And for those of you who are waiting for your special SEMrush discount code for those 2 months free access to the Guru account, it's coming out. We're emailing those out this week, so hopefully you get it this week. Got back to Melbourne. There were a few people that are unhappy with my, a few SEOs and a bit unhappy with my approach about saying don't do backlinks. And just incidentally, if you want to engage with me on the channels, it's great. If you disagree with me on the channels, awesome. We can have a discussion. When you get personal though, I'm probably going to switch you off. Okay, that's all I'm saying. If you're going to, anyone who gets personal or abusive, not going to do it. There's been a big confusion about backlinks. No one ever said that backlinks weren't important. Backlinks are important. However, what most businesses do is that they're focusing on backlinks and they shouldn't be. And that's because there are a lot of companies out there where that's what they do. And I understand I've upset a few people about that. I'm sorry, this is a free channel, free information, you don't have to watch it. But look, take this site for instance. This is a former client of ours, Macquarie Telecom. You can see here, right, homepage title is home, right? Really bad. And the reason for that is that we're not using any of our keywords here. Now the reason I'm showing you this site is because you can go and find sites where it says that this site is actually buying backlinks. They've actually come out and said it. Or they've employed someone to build backlinks for them. I don't know where they're getting from. I haven't gone and checked that. Incidentally, if you are doing this, your competitors can actually go and check to see what you're doing. And this is one of the reasons I'm not a big fan of businesses going out and building backlinks or buying them, whatever you want to call it, is because half the time, if those backlinks are not natural, if they've been contrived, you don't know who's going to own that site in a year's time and what's going to happen to those backlinks. You don't know whether it's going to be moved into a different area. Or someone else is going to own them, another site's going to own them. All sorts of problems. You don't know where they're coming from. Are they going to be switched off? All this money you've invested in getting these backlinks, what's going to happen? Rather than investing in building your audience and building your profile and your brand, which you should be spending more time on and not thinking about building backlinks. And that's my point about that. For most sites, like this Macquarie Telecom one, and I've worked on this site before, and we had it, look, right here, you can see there's a problem. Like we've got HTTPS and we've got www right in the same search. So there's a bunch of stuff that could be done on this site that has nothing to do with backlinks, and it's going to be quicker to get those things fixed and get the site ranked rather than going out and buying backlinks. And that's the point I'm trying to make. Most sites have the handbrake on, or the park brake, right? And that is that they're not configured properly. Like this one, this home thing, it's got lorem ipsum. It's got 18 pages of lorem ipsum on it. It's only see 6 there, but if I click that, excuse me, have a cup of tea. Right, so that's not a great experience for the user. It's confusing to Google. Could be some low quality signals there. Could be some panda issues there. Google's not going to want to be showing that to its users. And this site, and I'm going back 5 years now, so I've been doing this stuff for about 15 years, but I've been in the industry for 20. And I can tell you that when you get a site like this and you see this sort of stuff, if a user comes across this, it's not great for the user. So get rid of it. Don't even worry about Google for the moment. Look at that. It's not great for the user. We've got broken sitemaps. So a lot of the sitemaps for this Macquarie Telecom site are broken. Like they shouldn't even be there. If you go and have a look at the sitemaps, they're sitemaps for the tags of the blog. You don't want a sitemap for the tag of the blog. So my point is right here with this site, there is so much that could be done without even thinking about, buying or building backlinks. Excuse me. And then there's even other things like we've got subdomains live that shouldn't be live. It looks like there's a subdomain set up purely for AdWords landing pages, and they're all open to Google and being indexed. So there's a whole heap of stuff. So when I say, you shouldn't be building backlinks, well, you shouldn't be if you've got all these problems with your site, right? You shouldn't be building backlinks if you've got the handbrake on, because backlinks are a little bit, well, they're advertising, essentially. If you listen to what Google says over the years, it says, Matt Cutts specifically, he will say, go and get backlinks from where your audience is. So essentially, it's advertising, right? You're putting your information out there and trying to get people back. It can be treated in that way. Now, you're not going to go and embark on an advertising campaign if the store's not ready. If you're doing a bricks and mortar, you're not going to go and put an ad on the radio if your shop's not ready, are you? Well, that's what you're doing if you're talking about going on a backlink campaign and your site is like this one here, it's Macquarie Telecom one. Some of the other problems with it is that it doesn't look like anyone's looking at the Google Search Console because of the broken sitemaps. The Yoast is not configured properly. We can see that because we're letting Google crawl parts of the site. Now, there's different ways of doing SEO, and one of those ways is going in backlinks, but it's fraught with danger because, as you know, we're waiting for another Google Penguin update. And not only that, you don't know what's going to happen to those backlinks. Whereas if you focused on getting the site working properly, configured properly, and then you create great content, because Macquarie Telecom's already got awesome backlinks. They've had awesome backlinks for years because of the press and everything else that they do and the thought leadership, the white papers they produce, the breakfasts that they hold, the networking. They've already got awesome backlinks. They're doing awesome stuff. Always have for backlinks. So fix this stuff up though, and you'll get a great boost. Even in the spreadsheet of that I have here of their old rankings, the phrases that they used to be number one, they're sort of then about page 2 for, so things like PCI compliance, server hosting, all these other dedicated server hosting, they're all at page 2, which is actually pretty good considering the problems the site has. Maybe that's because they've always had awesome backlinks. But if they fix all these things up, bang, they're going on to page 1. And just clean up that index. There's a lot of stuff in the index that shouldn't be there as well. And all of these things, it's just creating a better picture for Google and a better experience for the user. So when I say don't build backlinks, that's what I mean. Hopefully that's helpful, and we'll see you next week. Thanks very much. Bye.